Glad you made it to your mat today. Let's recline. We're not going to stay here long, so don't completely check out.
Not sure.
But use this instead. Yeah, you did bummer, huh? But use this instead as a chance to check in. Just closing your eyes, melting your shoulders into the floor. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to find and notice your breath when you're lying down flat. So use this opportunity with your core supported by the floor to take deep breaths in through your nose. And keep your lips slightly sealed, but use a little vigor as you exhale through your nose, opening the back of your throat. Let everything else go for now except for your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Wiggle your fingers, make some fists, clenching your hands and then undoing them. Knowing that today, even if it's just for this hour at the start of your week, what a gift to give yourself this amount of time to bring awareness and intention and connection to this space, connection to your body, to your breath, to working things together in harmony. Bend your knees and put your feet on the floor and spread out all 10 toes and really press your heels and all the parts of your feet into the mat. Don't lift your hips just yet, but feel that engagement of your legs as you really drive the outer arch, the inner arch, the heel, and even the toes into the mat. Notice how that helps you to engage through your lower abdominal muscles. And remember that feeling. And then you can apply that again when you're standing up, that feeling of standing, pushing through all four corners of your feet. And then gently relax and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And if you've been busy all weekend and you haven't really had a chance, like Michaela and Marco were moving the boy away, this is your first time back on your mat, just take your time, drop those knees side to side. Let your gaze fall opposite directions as well. Good, come back to center, engage through your feet again, and this time we will gently lift our hips into bridge pose. You can have your hands just along your side, resting on the floor or lightly holding on to the edge of your mat. And don't lift the hips first, instead engage your feet first. So get your feet really grounded, feeling that intention that happens when you activate your muscles of your legs, glutes, and hamstrings, and then your hips just rise. Let your hips rise. Feel the weight shift back into your shoulder bones that are pressing on the mat. Nothing of the lower back or small of your back or mid back is down. So that's all lifted like you're a board. Good. Really lifting up through your hips here, pressing both feet into the floor. Breathe in. And then exhale, lower down nice and slow. Drop your feet together and take your knees out wide, and then bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and set your intention right now. This month, I challenged you to work on being free and open and exploring some possibilities, and we did that physically by tackling side plank and flip dog. And you have shown up consistently and been willing to try. And as we go into the last, 10 days of the month, it doesn't really matter how good you are at those things. What does matter is that now you're doing something that you weren't doing before, just because you were willing to try. So, in that same vein, I invite you to set an intention for the next few days. Something that you don't normally do. Let's not just go back to the things that we already do well. Just take on something that you're willing to try. And I'll share with you what mine is. I tend to be very business oriented. I like to get things done and have lists. And when I'm doing that, it's easy for me to forget to be tender and to be like more attentive and loving to my kids and my husband because I just like getting stuff done. So I'm really going to try to stop and put sweet post-it notes in Eduardo's lunch and really put my phone away and play ball with Ava and not think about anything else. That's what I'm willing to try. Use this space where you're safe, you're in the four corners of your mat, and it's just you and your body and your breath. Think about what you could do. And then reach your arms up above your head. Take a big stretch. Take a moment, take your legs straight up. If it feels okay for your shoulders, you can keep that extension of arms back above and behind your head. And take waterfall, legs straight up towards the ceiling. Press your heels towards the ceiling. Feel how you have this lengthening through the backs of your legs. Maybe point and flex your feet. Good. We're going to do eagle today. Remember that pose, you guys? So we'll just remind ourselves what eagle feels like since we're down here on the floor. All right. So eagle legs is the right leg crossed on top of the left. All right. And you're trying to squeeze those thighs together and hug your right foot closer to the outer left calf. So eagle legs. Remember, when we're standing, you're standing on the one leg. So you'd be standing on your left leg with your right leg crossed on top. We're doing that reclined. Good. Notice how this just upped our level of what is happening with holding up our legs to a whole new place. All right. If your hips are on a block, you might want to move that block because this next part will be hard if that's the case. Sweep your right elbow underneath your left, so make eagle arms. So I'm taking this twist of the arms at the elbow. And if you can, then go ahead and bring your palms together. If not, then just the backs of your hands together. So now I've got eagle arms and eagle legs. If your elbows are collapsing and your shoulders are soft, I want you to engage those shoulders, lift your elbows, and my legs are really working here, holding those eagle legs, right? Good. All right. Now gently take a breath in, and on your exhale, lift your chest, squeeze your elbows to your knees. Keep your legs right where they are, and then slowly lower back down. Keep your legs right where they are. Let your hands fall back behind your head a little bit, even though you're keeping these eagle arms. So I'm just reaching my fingers back. So I'm getting some extension through the shoulders. And then we inhale, and then exhale, squeeze, bring your elbows to your knees. Open your eyes, look at your knees. Use the power of that exhale, blowing out all the air, and then breathe in, lower back down. Again, exhale, squeeze. All right, if your legs are getting a little bit tired, this is your type, some little tough love. Stay with it. 3 more times. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, lower. Don't just collapse back to the mat. Keep that integrity. 2 more times. Exhale, squeeze. And lower. 1 more. Squeeze. Good work. And lower. Release your hands. Take them out wide like a T. Drop your feet to the mat, but keep that cross that you have of the ankles. And then let your right inner heel, is that your inner? No, outer heel, pull your left knee over to the right. So you're taking your knees to the right, but I kept that hook, if you will, of my right, Alana, of my right ankle on my outer left knee. Oh. And if you're okay here, you could drop your gaze to the left, and I have both hands out open wide. What a way to start the week, right? Just like bring it on. Hmm. Good. Come back up to center. Unwind your legs. If you need a little windshield wiper here, side to side, you can do that. And then take both legs up, point and flex your toes. See, now that feels pretty good. Good, strong legs. Remember when we were talking before about how when you drive through your heels, it engages those muscles that are hard to reach, that are in your lower abdomen. Those are the hardest to activate sometimes. So feel that as your legs are pressing up towards the ceiling. Keep that engagement through your low core. And then bend your right knee, cross your left knee on top. Get ready, find your eagle legs as best you can on the left. One side, this is actually a great way for you to know your awareness of like which hip is your tight hip. I know for me, like on the one side, I can cross those legs tight, it's no problem. And then on the other one, it's like I'm a different person. So just notice the awareness between the both sides. Right leg is up. We're using that leg. It's strong. Left leg is on top. Good. Eagle arms. Left arm sweeps under right at the elbow. Put your palms together if you can, or backs of your hands together. Good. Strong feet, right? We're strong even from the tips of your pinky toe. You are being strong through your legs. Lift your elbows so you're not collapsing through your shoulders. Think of pressing the small of your back down. Breathe in. Exhale, hug your elbows to your knees, lift your chest. Use the power of that breath. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, lower down. Good. 4 more. Exhale, squeeze. Everything hugging in and lower. No collapsing of your right foot, no collapsing of your arms, guys. 3 more. Good, lower down. Keep going. Use the breath. So that exhale, just like when you make a transition when you're on your feet, gives you a little power. Use the exhale. Come on, last one. Squeeze. Excellent job. Good job. Unwind your arms. Put your right foot to the floor. Keep your left leg hooked on the outside of your right knee. Drop those knees to the left. Oh. Turn your gaze to the right. Since I'm in my different space, I brought my little dogs down here with me, and they're just so nervous. So if you hear all this click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, it's them just circling around me. Like, why are you here? What's the story? We're nervous when we're in new places. Good. Come back to center. Uncross your left foot. Windshield wiper those knees side to side. All right, friends, if you're on a blanket, move that blanket to the side. Okay. You guys are able to do this. You're supple and strong. I want you to roll up and down the mat a few times. All right, just rocking up to a seated position and then back. Just start with that. Seated and back. All right, here's your challenge. Some days I can do it, sometimes not. You're going to stand. Oh, didn't do it. Try again. Ready? Stand all the way up. Eventually. Goals. That's what Alana says, right? Sometimes hashtag goals, right? Top of the mat, guys. Now we're standing up. Take your feet hip width distance apart. Happy Monday. Sweep your arms up. Take a big stretch up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Soften everything as you forward fold. Find a place for your hands on the block or opposite elbow or the floor. Feel everything spill out of your head that doesn't need to be in there anymore. Walk your hands a little bit over to the right, keeping both feet on the floor. Feel that opening through your one leg. Come back through center, walk your hands over to the left. Good work. Find your toes, let your hands skim your body as you stand all the way back up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reset. Bring your hands together at heart center. Take a minute, close your eyes, and see if you can um, remember what it felt like when you had your feet pressing up towards the ceiling, or when your feet were on the floor in bridge and you were really engaged through your heels. And as you did that, it activated your legs and it made you find your muscles in your lower abdomen, so below the belly button. See if you can find that again, so you're standing really strong in your legs. Good. Then take a big breath in. Let your arms float up. Gaze is up. Grab your right wrist. Lean towards the right. Push your left hip out. Turn your gaze a little bit up towards the left. Travel on your exhale. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, shift. Go the other way. Grab your left wrist. Lean towards the left. Breathe here. Good. Come back up to center. Are you guys ready to flow? Forward fold.
Yes.
Awesome. Here we go. Flat back. Step back. Hands on the mat. Find me, and you. Let's meet in high plank. Find your first high plank of the week. Unless you got up early this morning and you did some high planks. It's the first high plank for all of us for the week. Look how strong and amazing you guys are. That is so great. One big breath here. Exhale back to your downward facing dog. Sigh it out. Let's do that 5 times just to warm up your shoulders and your back. Ready? Inhale, tippy toes. Look forward. Exhale, shift forward. High plank. Stay here. Push the mat away. Get everything tight in line. Eyes are open. You're not making a bad face. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Find that downward facing dog. Strong, straight elbows. Let your chest really melt towards your thighs. Soften your knees if you need to. 4 more times. Open your eyes. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, high plank. You're breathing. Everything's tight. Hug the belly in. It's like your belly button is leading you back. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Again, inhale, tippy toes, shift forward, high plank. All right, if some of you want more challenge, you're in your high plank, you can lift one heel. And then exhale, push back, downward facing dog, keep the one leg up. Just a little different stretch there. If you have a leg up, put it down. If not, here we go, number 4, tippy toes up, shift forward, high plank. If you had a leg up before, you want to try, lift a heel. And then lead with that heel, push back, everybody, downward facing dog, breathe in, breathe out, good work. We're doing another high plank, and then we're gonna lower down into our chaturanga, or low push-up. So here we go, chin forward, exhale, go forward, high plank. From here, turn the eyes of the elbows forward, strong. You can drop your knees if you need to. Lower down, hug those elbows in tight, lower down, lower down, lower down. Try not to collapse. Go down to the mat. Good work. Relax the tops of your feet here. I'll give you a moment. Breathe. Alana and Tommy, your arms are going to fall off from painting. I'm sure that was exciting for you doing the push-ups, huh? Some breath here. All right. Lift your chest. Little cobra pose. So not getting up too high to start. Just lifting your chest here. Good. Breathe. And then lower your chest all the way down. Tuck your toes, hug those elbows in tight, squeeze your glutes and your belly, lift back up, high plank, and shift back to your downward facing dog. Good work. Big breath in, big breath out. Take your right leg up towards the sky. Take a moment here. Feel your left heel pressing down and your right leg lifting up. Strong shoulders, good work. The way you get your right foot forward is you have to do that squeeze, just like in the eagle crunches. So you exhale, squeeze your knee to nose, and then use the rest of the exhale, pull your right foot through. Good, drop your back heel, rise up, warrior one. Huh. How are we doing?
Good.
Okay. Stay here in your warrior one. Take a second. Let's open up through that left hip. So pulling your left hip forward, taking your right foot a little bit more out to the right if that helps you get more square. Arms are up, but shoulders are down. Take a breath in. Good. Open to your warrior two. Find the deep bend in your right knee. Nice, strong, straight left leg. Breathe here. Good. Triangle pose. Straighten your right leg. Drop your right hand just to the inside of your right knee. It can be lower as long as you are still wrist to wrist, one straight line. So not collapsing through your left chest at all, just one straight line right here. Good. All right, you already warmed up your core, so go ahead, take your right hand, reach it out towards the front of your mat above your right foot. Reach, you're in L shape with your arms. Breathe. Good work. Use your left oblique, stand all the way back up. Turn your toes to the long edge of your mat. Take a big side facing forward fold. If your hands reach the floor, put them on the floor. If they don't, put them on a block. But option also to reach for the outer ankles behind your heels. Let the weight rock back ever so slightly so your toes are light. Shake your head a little bit side to side. Breathe here. Good. Walk your hands toward your right foot. Pivot back around and down. Drop your left knee. Take a moment with your hands on the block or on the floor. You're in lizard pose here. Right leg is forward. Oh. If you feel like the floor is, way too far away, put the block underneath your left hand and put your right hand on your knee and push it away. And that actually feels nice. Even if you have your left hand on the floor, you can just push your knee away. Get that opening through your hip flexors, connective tissue. Shift your weight back, straighten out your right leg, toes up to the sky. A little stretching through the back of that leg. Lift here. Some of you might want to take your left hand, reach for the outer side of your right foot. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the length you are offering to the back of your right leg and just breathe. Remember, you can have your right hand on the block. Let your tailbone relax down and back. Good work. This right foot is on the floor. Lift your back knee and see if you can gracefully step your feet together. Good. Goes. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, reset, hands to heart center. Breathe in and breathe out. How are we doing so far, guys? Thumbs up?
Good. Thumbs up.
Happy day? Awesome. Inhale, reach up. We're going through that again, and then we'll take our left foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, flat back. Soften everything. Find the floor. Step back to your high plank. Good. Strong in your high plank. We'll shift back and forth from high plank to down dog 5 times. This gives you a chance to make sure that when you come to high plank and you find that transition, you've always got that stack. If you see my arms, they're straight up and down into the shoulder. All right, so not going forward or back. We're keeping them straight up and down in that high plank. Ready? Exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale. Look forward, exhale, go forward to your high plank. Belly tight, push the mat away, puff up through your shoulders and your ribs. Breathe in, keep your face open and your eyes open. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. 4 more. Breathe in, exhale, high plank. You're getting to know how it feels to stay strong in the moment when you feel tired or resistance. Exhale back, downward facing dog, right? That's a big part of a practice, is not just running away, quitting, giving yourself this negative talk like, no, I can't, it's too hard. Come back. Toes up, belly tight, shift forward, high plank. Just show up, keep trying. I'm proud of you. You got this. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good work. All right, inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, high plank. If you want, you could lift your right heel. And exhale, let your right heel lead you back, downward facing dog. Put that foot down. You're almost done. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, shift forward, high plank. If you want, you could lift your left heel. And then let that leg lead you back, downward facing dog. Don't give up, guys. You're on your belly. In a moment, both feet down. Good. Tippy toes. Shift forward, high plank. Do not collapse. Do it for me. Lower down nice and slow. Come on. Come on. Just try. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, now you're down. Take a rest. Feel the floor beneath you. Give something up. Give something up that's your fault. It's not your fault. The need to be right, the need to be heard, let it seep into the ground. Bring your hands in line with your shoulders. Lift your chest. You can lift a little or a little bit more now that you've been here before, whatever feels good for you. So cobra or upward dog. Good, and then lead back to your downward facing dog. Take your left leg up towards the sky. Both arms are straight. Use that exhale to make space and power as your left knee squeezes in and then steps through to your left hand. Awesome. Good job. Drop your right heel. Stand up strong. Warrior one, here we are. Square those hips. Take your left foot out to the edge if you need to. Right foot more out to the edge. Arms are up, shoulders are down. Fingers are alive. Gaze is steady, and put this smile on your face like you have a secret. The secret is that you know how to try, and no one can take that away from you. Breathe in. Keep your smile, keep your strength. Here's your warrior two. Open up to the warrior two. Good work. And as you get there, take the time to adjust, but this is a good solid pose, both feet on the ground. It's usually not too twisty, so check in. Your left knee is not caving in. You want it pushed back, and then bend. Drop down and into this space. Good. Arms are out strong. Where's your lower core? Can you reactivate that sensation of having that pulling in? Take a breath. Not a short, small, sippy breath, a nice, good, like a thirsty drink breath. Straighten your left leg. Float your right arm up towards the ceiling. Left hand down, triangle pose. Good, Tommy. Reaching here. Really nice, Marco. Reach through your right hand. Make your left hand alive, like the fingers were being pulled towards the floor. Good. Float your left hand straight ahead in front of your left foot. So you're an L shape with your arms. Good. If you're shaking, that means you're in your growth zone. Embrace it. Breathe. Excellent. Rise up. Use your right oblique. Turn your toes to the edge of your mat. Take a big side facing forward fold. Drop it down. If your fingers reach the floor, you can walk your hands between your legs, taking your hands away from you. Wrists are facing forward, reaching back behind you, letting your head hang. If you'd like, you could also drop onto your forearms on the block in front of you, or hands in front of you, or grab for your ankles or your toes. Let's stay here for 5 breaths. This is an inversion, right? Because our head is low, a little bit upside down, so perhaps you can just close your eyes. Feel how you can be both stretched and grounded at the same time. Just let it hang. Part of having a 5 breath hold is you actually have to take the breaths. So if you're not doing that, do that. Take the breaths. Feel the stuff just fall off of you. So there's only space for the things that allow you to be light, both feeling light and shining light. Good work, guys. Hands back on the floor or to your hips. Walk yourself over to your left foot. Drop your right knee. Scoot your left foot over to the edge of your mat. Find your your lizard pose here. So right hand could be on a block, left hand pushing your knee away. It's okay when you're supported like that to even roll over onto the outer arch, the pinky toe side of your foot, if that helps you get some opening. But I do want you to have a strong right arm. So if you are supporting that hand and finding that lean, you should have a stacked shoulder, elbow, wrist on your right hand. Good. There should be some gravity doing some work across this right groin and hip. And if you're not feeling right now like you are so damn lucky that you have the kind of life where you can show up on a Monday and do some yoga without anybody else controlling you, regardless of all the other pressures that you feel, you do have that, and that's worth being really excited about right now. Good work, guys. Shift back, straighten out your left leg. You can keep either hand on a block. If you'd like, you could take your left hand on the block and see if you can reach for the outside of your left foot with your right hand. Energetically, you're not driving towards your foot, you're driving your hips back. So it's like I'm trying to get my right glute to go back towards my heel. Really nice and length through the back of this left leg. Good, guys. Awesome. All right, put that foot on the ground. Tuck the toes on your right leg. Lift your right knee with grace. Let's see. You can use the block underneath your hands to give you a little leverage. Try to float your right foot up to meet your left. Nice, Chris. Good. Good, Michaela. All right, find this forward fold, friends. Your choice, either grab your big toes with your peace fingers or wrap your arms around the backs of your legs. Bend your knees, your elbows as much as you can. Squeeze yourself in half like you're folding up a piece of paper. Good. Stand all the way up. Release that grip. Rise all the way up. Let's do eagle. Ready? Yay. Stand on your right leg. Stand on your left leg. Cross your right leg on top. And once you do that, bend your right knee so it's like you were going to sit down in a chair. I've got to really hug my thighs in. All right, arms out like a T. Steady. Where's your lower abdominals? Swing your right arm underneath your left elbow. Good. If you fall out, you know how to get back in. And then notice if you're collapsing your arms down, we want to lift the elbows up to chin height. Squeeze your thighs together like you were holding a bill, like a paper bill in between those thighs. Sitting down, that's activating your left quad, really strong in your legs. Breathe here. All right, who's up for a challenge today?
Yes, me.
Alana, yes. Who else?
Okay, go.
Okay, Chris says yes. Mick and Marco and Tommy, you on board?
Kind of.
All right, yes, that kind of. Come on, Tommy, commit. Here we go. Look, elbows to knees, just like that crunch we did on our back. Just try. Elbows to knees, then rise back up. Good work. Unwind. Take your right foot behind your left once you unwind and fold forward. Oh. Hands can be on a block. Tommy, I love how you grab your block intuitively now. It's really great. I think it's great. It's good. You figured it out, right? Better that than just always feel like you're dangling.
Yeah.
All right, rise all the way back up. High fives, high fives, high fives. Eagle on the other leg. Okay, here we go. Stand on your left leg, wrap your left leg. Stand on your right leg, sorry, wrap your left leg on top. So our standing leg is the right leg, left leg is on top. It's going to help you if right here, before you do your arms, you take your shoulders down and back and you feel like you're zipped up through this midline right here. Soften your right knee, sit down into it. Squeeze those thighs together. There's no space between these two thighs. Arms out like a T. Sweep your left arm underneath your right. Good. Lift your elbows once you get there to chin height. Hug, squeeze, open your eyes, set your gaze. Take a full breath in. Steady, strong breath out. Good. All right, gently, let's take elbows to knees. Ready? Bring it down. Just try. That's all you have to do, right? Just try. Squeeze. Good, Michaela. Strong. Lift back up. Unwind. Whew. Nicely done. Take your left foot behind your right and fold forward. Oh. Let your head hang. Take some breaths. You guys are rocking it today. Good job. I know I keep saying this, but just look at how you show up and where you are and how far you've come. Breathe all the way up. All right, we have a side plank and we have a flip dog. And then we have stretch and rest. All right? So, Michaela, come back. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. Big breath in, reach up. This is like your pep talk, like you're like about to be in the Olympics and you've got this. Exhale, fold. Flat back. You're not here for long, you're here strong. Step back, high plank. Put the weight into your left hand, drop your heels to the left. Take your right arm up towards the sky, side plank to the right. Arc those hips up. Good, Marco. Good stack there of your shoulder. Good, Michaela, you came back. Breathe. Awesome job. Put your right hand down, push back to your downward facing dog. Good. Stay with me. Take your right leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee. Open through that hip. If you want to modify, you drop your left knee to the floor, which is fine. I'm going to stay up and we go all the way around. Right foot down, turn your feet to face the 12 o'clock. Take your right hand up and back, hips are up. Good. Breathe. All right. Graceful. We know where we're going. Let your gaze follow your right hand as you transition back around. You're here. Good. Drop your heels to the right. Shift the weight into your right hand. Peel your left hand up to the sky. Look what you just did, huh? How about that? Little nifty transition, yeah? All right, left hand down. Everybody still with me? Good, good. Come on. Push it back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Take your left leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee. Open through your hip. There it goes. Start to float your left hand up off the floor. Put both feet on the ground. Turn them so your knees are facing forward. Press your hips up high. That's where the energy comes, is your back is helping hold you up. Lift those hips. All right, stay strong to the end. Flip around. Graceful. Put your left hand down. Press to your downward facing dog. Good work. We're going to finish strong like the Olympics. Bend your knees, look forward, take a little hop towards the top of your mat. Wherever you land is totally fine. Stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good job. How about that, huh?
Awesome.
Awesome. Cross your ankles, sit down. Beautifully done, beautifully done. Before you lay back, let's lay back into fish pose, which is supporting your back. So take your hands and put them here like a diamond shape on your back. And then when you lay back, your elbows catch you. Oh my gosh. And then press your chest up towards the ceiling, squeezing your shoulder blades together, pointing your toes. At least this little doggy on my lap only weighs like 7 pounds. So. All right, breathe here. Okay, release. Under your arms. Come all the way down. Nicely done, guys. Let's take a reclined pigeon. Bend your left knee, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Push your right knee away. All right, Tommy and Alana, Marco and Mick, you have somebody next to you. Chris, you have your dog. So, so look at your yoga partner. Really, your dog is always there. That's your yoga partner. Look at your yoga partner and like kind of tell them they were awesome today. And then dog, you got to respond back to Chris. Tell her she rocked it.
He's just waiting for lunch.
You know, he's seen you. He's going, she's doing so good. All right, let's thread the needle. Pick up your left thigh, grab behind your left thigh, squeeze your inner right ankle towards your chest. If you're hugging your shoulders, just relax those shoulders, bring your thigh more towards your chest. Start to slow your breath. You can straighten out your left leg if you'd like and change your grip if that feels okay. Reaching up higher on your leg, but that probably requires you to lift your shoulders. And if that doesn't feel right, then just find a place where you feel you can have that nice stretch through your right hip. Good work. Bend your left knee, put that foot on the floor, uncross your legs. Do the other way. Take your left ankle on top of your right thigh. This is like your dessert, you guys, so enjoy it, savor it, use a little tiny spoon. Lick it all up. It's so yummy for your body to take this time. Press your left knee away. to be in a place where you can rest and stretch and feel that you've worked. That act of moving and finding intention and concentration, for me, that's what's magical about yoga, because it helps me forget all the other stuff that seems important, and I'm really present in my right foot, in my elbows. Take this to the next level. Lift up your right thigh. Hook your hands behind your leg. Hug towards your chest. Breathing here. Deep breaths, maybe a big exhale out your mouth. If it feels like it'd be nice to straighten out your right leg, you can do that. You can keep your grip the same or adjust your grip, whatever feels good for you. Good. Drop your right foot to the floor. Unwind. Both feet now are on the floor. Find your happy baby. Taking your time to get there. Bending your knees, reaching for the outer arches or behind your knees with your legs bent. Feel the weight gently rock side to side. Go a little bit more slowly here. Come back up to center, put your legs straight up. If you want to put your legs up the wall, you certainly used your legs today, you deserve that. Take some time draining the fluid that's in your feet and your ankles. Letting things shift. As the world is opening back up again, it's exciting, it's also busy, and it's also very easy to fall into habits and patterns in your mind that maybe you've had for years and years and years since you were a child. That you want certain things, or you believe that you need certain comforts, or you have reactions to things. And perhaps the last 6 months has been a giant opportunity to reset. So just be mindful if some of those old triggers are coming back as things start to, quote, normalize. That it's your choice what path you're choosing now. It doesn't have to be the same reaction, trying to please people or trying to be right, or feeling that you need certain things. If your legs are up the wall and that feels great, you may want to just stay there. If you don't have the support of your legs, you can go ahead and find your way, feet to the floor, and then relax your legs out long. Whether your legs are up the wall or not, you can take a big stretch of your arms behind your head and then let your arms float and rest by your sides. Close your eyes. Be in the stillness like a seed that's planted in the ground. That will go through many phases as it changes and grows. That seed will grow into a plant, have flowers. The flowers then bear fruit. If the fruit falls off, then those seeds get absorbed into the ground. Something new grows. And so it is with you. Be willing to just be able to grow and let that cycle evolve. Collectively, let's all take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. One more deep breath in. Big sigh out. Make your way to your side. And eventually up to a seat. You can keep your eyes closed, take your time. Bring your hands together at heart center. I am so honored to be a part of your life. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.